Previously on whatever this is.
Right. I want to make sure I clearly communicate why I'm starting this second YouTube channel. What a terrible idea to do. We all have stories to tell. Whether you're like me, trying to tell it to as many people as possible, or just tell it to a group of your friends, your story is very important, and it's important that you tell it. Stories connect us as humans, right? It shares emotion. It lets us know we're not alone. It makes us laugh. It makes us question a lot of things. Stories are just an unbelievable communication tool. There's a lot of reasons that people don't tell their stories. And some of them come down to things like they don't want to be vulnerable, or they just don't think they have that interesting of a story to tell. Or maybe you're like me and you're afraid of what people will think. And also, you just don't like being the guy in the room that's yelling, "Look at me, look at me." But for the past couple of years, I've had a question that's been rolling around in my head. It's causing a lot of internal struggle for me, and it's been a good question to ask. Who else will tell your story?
Spoiler alert, it's no one. No one else will tell your story.
So music is the main way that I tell my story, but there's a little bit more to it, and there's a little bit more you don't know. For example, Passing Time, the song that's kind of towards the end of Shadow Shaker Volume 1, that's a song about finding out my wife was having a miscarriage. And it's not like that's like exactly just normal talk whenever you're telling things about the music you make, but it is very much a part of my story. But I haven't told many people that because I've been afraid that, just like I was saying earlier, a fear of rejection or a fear of what people will think, that, you know, they would see me telling the story and trying to profit off of misfortune. I'm not an attention seeker, so I'm not just saying things to get attention. Honestly, that's the last person I'd ever want to be, is someone who uses misfortune for profit or attention. And the irony of me not being an attention seeker and having a YouTube channel where I talk at the camera is not lost on me. I'm on my way. Just reach out, honey, I hope you will. It's true that I could hire a publicist to tell my story, but that's a lot of money, one, for non-guaranteed results, and two, I'm just really not that interested in the music business anymore. That is a conversation for another video, though. But I'm more interested in hearing and telling stories in and around my music. I love hearing how it has reached you and found a place in your life, right? It's part of your story somehow. Again, I know I've already done a video about why I'm making this YouTube channel, but this channel and this is about me telling my story. It's very hard for me to tell my story, by the way. Sharing these stories and then telling you about it, this is very hard on me. I fight against it every time I make one of these videos. I'm gonna wrap this all up because I don't want to bother you, don't want to waste any more of your time. I just want to say it again. Your story is important. And your story is a connection between you and someone else. Your story can walk with someone. Your story can hug them when they're hurting. It can laugh with them when they're just overwhelmed with joy. Telling our story is truly one way I believe that we can help. I hope that you share your story with people. I hope that you find joy in that, and I hope that you find only the richness and depth of relationships that can come with vulnerability and telling who we are. So I'm going to get back to work here. Stay safe out there. Tell your story. I'm going to play music. See ya.